Hey guys, MGH here. Welcome to another episode of the AC Milan Career Mode. Right now, we're pretty much halfway into Season 2, maybe just a little bit more than halfway in terms of games played. It really depends on how far we get in the Champions League, of course. We have made it through to the knockout stages. I don't know who we're playing against yet, but what I do know is we are in the transfer window. Yeah, we're in a bit of trouble. I mean, I'm not going to lie, guys. Financially, the club is not doing well right now. We have a transfer budget of $250,000 and a wage budget of $9,000. So, with that being said, I have decided to put a few players up on the transfer list. We have 3 players. Keita. Now, don't go mad. I'm not selling Keita because I don't like him. I'm selling him potentially because he's injured. There's no point in me keeping him at the club if he's injured until the end of the season. We're not going to be able to use him. So I've never actually had this situation before. I don't even know if he will be able to be sold. It might be that the club say we're not interested because he's injured. And it could happen. So I may play a lot of career mode, but this has never happened to me. I've never wanted to sell one of my best players. But in this case, I'm not doing a Season 3 at this rate. I want to finish this one in Season 2. There is no point in me having Keita at the club because he's injured, so we can make a lot of money from that. I've also added Bertolacci and we have Gomez, of course. So that's 2 players worth £11.5 million, or euros, sorry. Keita being 43. So even if I sell just Bertolacci and Gomez and decide to do a third season and we keep Keita, then that's great. But as of right now, I need the money because the club is actually at risk of losing 2 key players. Well, one of them is a key player, one of them isn't so much. So we've got Gabriel, the backup goalkeeper, and we have Musacchio. So obviously I put him at the AC Milan squad, or in the squad before the season began, the series began, and somehow he's already run out of contract. I think it should default to 4 years. I think that's probably fair, but either way, he will be leaving for free if I don't manage to sign him up on a new contract. So it's absolutely vital that we sell a player or make some money somehow as soon as possible so I can offer them new contracts. I'm really nervous I'm going to lose them. But then again, of course, if I am finishing this season, then it doesn't matter too much because there's only 6 months left of this series and he will be here until the end. So it's kind of hit and miss. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, at this point, I don't think I'm doing a third season. Even if I don't win the Champions League, I will want to move on. I want to do another big series before FIFA 18 drops. So as of right now, these decisions I can make quite easily. You know, I probably won't have to add a contract here, but I want to. Keita can be sold, things like that. So I guess we just wait and see if we get some offers coming through. So what we're going to do is just simulate a couple of days. Hopefully we'll get those offers through. As you can see in the league, we are in a very, very strong position. We're actually 7 points clear. And this month, if I show you the calendar, we don't have any massive games, to be honest. We've got Genoa in the round of 16. That's in the Coppa Nazionale, so the Italian Cup. We've got Fiorentina at home, should be a win. We've then got Torino away, Udinese away, and then we've got Genoa again, this time in the league at home, and then a somewhat big game. We have Lazio right at the end. But going into February, and I've just seen it's Arsenal. Wow, okay. We're going to, I think is that going to be the away leg? It is. We're going to the Emirates Stadium right after Roma, Juventus and Inter Milan. So whatever episode that is, that's going to be so tough. 3 huge games in the league and then the round of 16 against Arsenal. So I'm really excited to get there. I think we'll try and get through the transfer window as soon as we can because these games aren't as important right now. And of course, we're mainly focused on the Champions League. We did pretty well in the league last year. Didn't quite win it, but we were pretty close. So let's simulate just a couple of days at a time here. We've got an email already, and it's going to be a press conference. I mean, who cares about press conferences? I say it every time. No one cares. I think we've actually got 3 of them here. Is that 3 press conferences? No, it's a transfer offer. Okay, so Locatelli, 21.5 million? No. I mean, I'm sorry, where does that valuation even come from? How is he only valued at 16.5 million euros when he's 19 years old and 81 rated? It's a joke. So we're going to disallow future offers. He's definitely a player that I do not want to sell. We'll go ahead and delete the press conferences. I hope in FIFA 18 they add little cool things. Maybe you can interact with your players a bit more because then I'd want to do them. But it looks like we're going to go into this game against Fiorentina. Oh, no, we get an offer for Lapadula. Now that's interesting. Not someone that I thought I would sell. He has been sold in real life. He's no longer at AC Milan. And you would have seen in the last episode where I did that little montage at the start, which, by the way, a lot of people seem to enjoy, so thank you for the feedback on that. He scored a few goals. He was actually in very good form. I played him on the right wing, so not right wing back, but on the right side of the striker, and he did a really good job there. So I think I'm going to stall it for now. Worst case is we'll let him go, and it'll just be the way it is, because I do need to get some money into the club. I want to keep my players as happy as possible. So Fiorentina, they're actually in 4th place, but because we're so far at the top of the league, there isn't really any need to play this one. We can get through the window as soon as possible then. I'm predicting a 2-0 win. I'm going to go over 2-0 win. I am using my first team, so I'm hoping we will get a couple of goals at least. They're playing a 3-4-2-1, similar to us, and it's 3-1. So I wasn't far off. They've actually picked up an injury. We haven't. All we got that wasn't great was a yellow card to Dembele, and that's nothing. Florenzi, Bonaventura and Niang scoring. 3-1 is a very decent result. We haven't conceded too many goals this season. So conceding in that game, it's a little bit disappointing, but as long as you get the win, who cares? Now, into training. Adama has 3 drills here. I added Beat Your Man in the last episode. I'm wondering if that's even worth it. I think we might as well. We'll try and get him as high as we can because he is main backup to Neres. Baba's done very well there. He should be hitting 83, possibly next week if his passing and vision go up, but I don't know if that's going to give him enough as he's a defender. Still no other transfer offers for my other players, and we've got a cup game coming up against Genoa now. Looks like we're going to be able to go ahead and do that one before we get any emails. There you go. So this time I'm going to use the second team. So Silva's injured, and Conti got injured in training, so it will be Lapadula up front, I guess, or maybe it's going to put Belotti in there. But we're going to simulate this one. It is Belotti. Okay, so we have gone with a stronger striker. They've drawn their last 3 games 2-2, and they've lost this one 3-1. 2 3-1 victories in a row. And again, only yellow cards for us. De Sciglio scored, Adama scored, and Belotti, of course, Belotti scored. I believe that could make him our top scorer now. I think he was even with Neres, maybe. I think Neres has scored quite a few. We have an email now, and it's match rescheduled. Okay, nothing exciting. I'm just hoping we get an offer for someone like Gomez. Selling Gomez would be a great, great thing. We've got a player returning from injury. I believe that'll be Conti. Hopefully it's Silva, but I don't think it is. It is Conti. Okay, we get a manager offer for Italy. I mean, normally I'd be quite excited by that, but we're not going to be doing that, I'm afraid. And we still haven't sorted out the players that could be losing out. I really, really don't want them to run down their contract. So let's have a look at where Torino are. They're in 11th place. Can I get away with another win? We are 4 points clear with a game in hand, so we can extend it to 7 points again. It just makes very little sense to play a mid-table team right now when I'm in the window and we want to get to the really big, meaty games next month in the Champions League and things like that. So I guess I'm going to use the first team and sim this one again. I'm feeling confident. I don't think we're going to lose this game. We might get a draw, but even that wouldn't be a terrible result. I mean, there you go. We get a draw. We conceded in the 90th minute. Oh, that is absolutely terrible. We scored in the 18th minute. Niang, he's in some good form. I've given him number 94 now, by the way. So now Dembele has number 7. He looked really weird without his number 7, which he wears at Spurs. So there you go. We're actually now 5 points clear. So it's not going to be 7. It's 5 points. I guess it makes it a little bit more interesting as we approach, towards the end of the season when teams are a little bit closer to us. And unfortunately, Bubba is not going to grow there, even though his vision has gone up. We need his interceptions and marking to go up, and then he should be 83. What a signing he's proved to be. I remember when it happened, I signed him. He was 79 rated, and I was like, it's not great, is it? But he's turned out to be very decent. We get an offer here for Romagnoli and Bertolacci. Okay, so we've got one offer at least. He's unhappy. He's worth 11. I've only been offered 8.5, but to be honest, I think I'm just going to accept it. We're going to go ahead and let Porto get a bit of a bargain there, I would say. And of course, we're not letting Romagnoli go. 83 rated, 23 years old. He's such a solid defender for us, so we're not going to be letting that happen. We still need to do Masaccio and Gabriel's contract, so hopefully we can do that once the sale goes through. No! No. Gomez has gone to Roma. We get an offer for Belotti and it's Arsenal. It's a decent offer, He's only worth 50. They've offered 76.5, but Of course, we're not selling our top scorer, but I just seen, guys, we were looking at potentially getting Gomez, but it looks like he's gone to Roma. Oh, I'm absolutely gutted. He went for 22 million euros, and that is actually not too bad. I would have happily paid that for Gomez, even though he's 29 years old. But do you know what? We've still got Keita. I mean, worst case scenario is we do get an offer for him, which I don't think it works. I think that the clubs will say no because he's injured. But maybe, what if we add him into a swap deal? I didn't think of that. Okay, first things first though, let's wait until Bertolacci is officially sold. There you go, he has been sold. So now I can do the contracts. We should have enough money to do that now. Can I do it from here? No, I can't. Okay, we get a conversation from Rodriguez. Pretty good form lately. Hope he wants to play. And Bertolacci has gone. So that's good news. We've sold one of the players that was shortlisted. That means I can now go ahead and do the contracts. This has been giving me a bit of stress. I wouldn't want to lose Musacchio just in case we do another season. So I'm going to give him 4 years because why not? He only wants 20,000 more. Crucial first team player. Absolutely, he has been for us. Absolutely crucial. And then Gabriel wants 35 and he will be a squad rotation player. I'm not going to try and improve that. I'm happy with that. That's fantastic. So now I think what I'm going to do is look at some left wingers and maybe try and offer Keita as a swap deal. So I found 4 very, very good options, but I've just remembered you can't offer an injured player. So it's impossible. The only way I can do this, guys, is if I actually receive an offer for Keita. I mean, it makes sense. It's realistic. You wouldn't really be able to sell a player that's out for 8 months or whatever it is, because it'd be unfair on the other team. Why pay all that money up front and not be able to use the player? He might never be as good as he once was, maybe because the injury really was serious. So I'm disappointed that I can't do it. These are 4 very, very good players, but right now I'm kind of screwed. I have to get an offer for Keita from another team, and I just don't think it's going to happen. I've never done this before. Honestly, I've never ever tried to sell an injured player. Not that I can remember anyway, especially not in the last 2 or 3 FIFAs. So unfortunately, it's not going to happen. Let's see where Udinese are. They are down in 14th. So again, I think I'm going to risk this one. I know people don't like simulating sometimes, but I'm really, really excited to start another series in a couple of weeks. And this one is about to get very, very interesting once we get into February. Besides, we're in some really good form. I'm still confident that we're going to pick up the win here against Udinese. Here we go. It's a 1-0 win. Bonaventura, with 8 minutes to go, secures the 3 points. Very, very pleased with that. And yet again, no injuries, but I'm not going to talk about it because we know exactly why. I'm good at jinxing myself. Right, we're going to go into training now. I think this could be finally the bit of training that gets Baba over to 83. Let's see. It might be good for Adama as well. No. Okay, so both players edging a little bit closer. No growth whatsoever that week. We're going to have to wait until next week. Now, quarterfinals of the Italian Cup, and it's Torino once again. We've played them many times recently and beaten them many times. We get a transfer offer for Rodriguez, but good news, Musacchio has accepted his contract. We've got a suspension for Musacchio. We've got a player conversation. Rodriguez disappointed. Yeah, okay, fair enough. And now we've got an offer for Rodriguez, which we're going to disallow. I actually love Rodriguez. I don't play him on the left anymore. I use him as a centre-back. The left-sided centre-back seems to be a really good position for him. So he's kind of a backup to Romagnoli. But again, Torino, this time it's at home. I'm actually going to go ahead and use the second team, but of course Belotti will be starting again. I'm actually hoping Silva will be back in no time. I'm really missing Silva for this specific reason. When I'm simulating games or just playing a lot of games in a row, you need backup. And thankfully Belotti is there and he's on fire. He scores another 2 goals, 2-0 against Torino, and we're through to the semi-finals, and it seems Juventus will be there as well. They've just thrashed Fiorentina 4-1, I'm presuming. So very good result for them, but also a good result for us. And it could be that we win the tournament. So 5 points clear still. Napoli in second. And there's a huge gap between them and Fiorentina and Juventus. Not doing so well this season. So I feel like I can relax in the league a little bit. Even though it's only 5 points, that's a big lead. It really is. And we've got another game against Genoa coming up. 3 emails as well. Gabriel accepts his contract, so both players that were looking like they could potentially leave will not be leaving now. That is fantastic. It looks like we're actually going to finish the transfer window this episode. We will play the Lazio game for sure. And we get another international management offer. And my rating has gone down again. Down to 76 now. I don't really know why that's happening. But again, we will simulate the game against Genoa. And let's have a look at the squads. I think probably best to go with the first team for this one. Let's simulate it. Hopefully we'll get another good result. And that means we've done a whole month in this episode. And a whole month in yesterday's episode as well. So, let's see if we get another win here. I'm hoping that Belotti is going to score a couple more goals. He really is some great form at the moment. And here we go. We're about to find out. A 2-0 win and Belotti does score again. Bonaventura, no substitutions, no injuries. Simulating is so broken. I've said it so many times recently. I hope they revamp the simulation. I'd love to be able to simulate the first half, play the second half. You know, FIFA career mode for me isn't about playing every game. It's about managing your team. It really is. I don't know why everyone has an obsession of playing every single fixture, because to me it's just about being the manager, you know. Anyway, back into training before I go off on another tangent. Let's see if we get that 83. We do. Baba Rahman is now 83 rated. That is really good news. And Adama, very, very close to 80. My dogs are barking. They're clearly very excited for me as well. I mean, Baba has turned into one of my higher rated players. So now that game against Lazio, let's have a look at their team. They're of course missing two of their main players, you could say, in Keita Balde and of course Felipe Anderson. They've got Kishner and Lombardi playing instead. They've got Biglia in midfield. Strong defence. Oh, I've just skipped my lineup. I got a bit ahead of myself there. I'm using kind of a mix of first and second team players. I've got Riedwald coming in. I've got Sanchez coming in. Dembele's playing again though, next to Sanchez. That's a very strong midfield. Neres and Niang up front, of course, with Belotti down the middle. Great tackle by Masaccio to kick things off there. Oh, yes, Belotti. It's not a foul. Okay. And now I can see Niang. He's getting in the box. Try and pick him out. Back post. What a ball that is. Oh, and that is how you score. Little bit sweaty, but I don't mind. Great finish from Niang there. Not easy. It came at him very, very quickly. Lovely tackle from Belotti. He's really good at that. He's quite a strong player. And of course, the assist from Neres was very good as well. 1-0, just 14 minutes in. Go on, win that header, Masaccio. I was never in doubt. Easy header. And now we could get on the break again here. Put it over the top for Belotti. Control it. Very nice. Okay, Neres has made a run on the inside. Try and pick him out now. Please turn. Oh, Sanchez is in. What? Why did he slide in? I'm sorry, the ball was right there. Why didn't he just have a good shot, you know? Just smack it. Now here's Dembele. You know what I love to do with Dembele? Just completely mow them down. And look at this. What a run. Niang in for a second here. Off the bar. Come on. You've got to win that, Sanchez. Oh my God. What is wrong with Sanchez? I think that's going to be it for the first half. Unless we've got time for maybe one more attack. Here's Belotti now. And no one's really making a run except from Florenzi. No, I couldn't pick him out. That's definitely going to be the end of the first half. We're winning the game. That's the main thing. But in this second half, I need to put away a couple more chances, I think. Here's Neres straight away in the second half. He's been a little bit quiet in this game. He's just been taken out. Can I take this quickly, please? Give it to Florenzi. Okay, and now into Belotti. Sanchez, make a run. He's going to get that. Hit it. Oh, it was a good strike. He's done something right for once. Oh, for God's sake, they're going to score here, aren't they? Here's Kishner. Oh, get away with that one. Not a good clearance at all, and they've still got it. Sanchez makes the tackle but doesn't keep it. Kishner now shoots. Perrin saves it, and again, and they score. Damn it. Terrible, terrible defending, and I just gave away the ball with my keeper there, just passing it up. Really, really stupid of me. And of course, those tackles where you do get a touch on the ball but they retain possession. It really is very frustrating, but Lazio have been better this second half. Less than 5 minutes to go, guys. I've made two changes. Kessie and Adama have come on. Are they going to make a difference? Well, I need the ball for that to happen. And now here is Florenzi. Over here to Adama. Fresh legs. We know he's quick. Let's see if we can get down to the byline here. And I'm going to whip in across for Sanchez by the looks of it. Or maybe Niang. Or maybe the goalkeeper. We could always just pass it straight to the keeper. Oh, can I win that? Yes, come on. There's still time for one more chance, surely. Don't you dare blow the whistle now. Here's Baba Rahman. Over to Sanchez. Inside to Niang. Over to Adama. Through for Florenzi. This is it. Last chance. It's good. Come on. Oh, Baba Rahman. With his weak foot as well. He's the hero of today, guys. He just got us 3 points. I feel kind of bad for Lazio, actually. They haven't been too bad, especially in this second half. But Baba Rahman, what a legend, man. So happy with that signing. Somehow I've managed to scrape a win here. It was not a good performance at all. And now, of course, we just finish up deadline day. So at the moment, Savic to Juventus, Lovren as well to Juventus, and is it Cervi to Tottenham? Those are the biggest deals so far. I wonder if we're going to get any more bigger than that. Halfway now, approaching 4 hours to go. We do have an email. Bojan has gone to Crystal Palace for 33 million. We've got an offer here from Roma for Andre Silva. That's a very decent offer, but again, I am not interested whatsoever. I'm not strengthening Roma, that's for sure. We get another offer here for Lapadula. As tempting as it may be, that kind of money, very, very decent. I'm actually going to reject it. I don't need to make any changes. I'm happy with the squad. You know, it's a shame that Keita did get injured and we're not going to be able to use him for the rest of the season. But let's be fair, Niang has stepped up. He's done a very good job. And Lapadula as well. I can always play him on the wing, even though it's not technically on the wing. It's basically like having 3 strikers sometimes, this formation. But Bernarda's gone to City for 41.5 million euros. Vietto's gone to Arsenal for 38.5 million euros. And I think that could be it. We're not going to make any changes ourselves. And it looks like we're not going to get any more offers. There you go. Transfer deadline day has ended. 340 million euros has been spent. That is quite a lot of money. Let's check if that was the final amount. There it is. The 340 million. And of course, this always happens after the window. One of your players says he's not happy. Deshiko has actually moved to Juventus in real life, but I wanted to keep hold of him because he is a very good player. And Roma, who just made a bid for Silva, of course, we have them coming up next. And talking of Roma, we've got Florenzi, his old club. He needs a new contract, apparently, or wants a new contract. Wants a little bit more money, so I guess we'll go ahead and do that. In fact, I think I'll do that now because, of course, this will be the end of the episode. We're going to go to transfers, don't we? We'll go to contracts. Oh, my God. This menu sometimes can be so laggy. Let's go ahead and see how much he wants. So, Florenzi, he's on 80. Is he going to want 100? Yeah, 100,000. I mean, to be fair, it's not too bad for one of my better players. Crucial first team player. We'll just go ahead and do that now. So I think I can adjust my wages a little bit and my budget in general because I've got that money from the Bertolacci sale. So I'm going to go ahead and do 50-50. And we've got actually a quite nice amount of money there to give players new contracts should they want it. So for now, guys, that's going to be the end of this episode. In the next one, we're going to do that squad report. And, because I always do 3, 1 at the start, 1 at the end, and 1 in the middle. So we'll do that middle one. And, of course, we're now kicking off, I would say, the main part of the series, guys. We've got 3 huge games in the league that could make or break our season a little bit. Imagine if we win all 3 of these. And then, of course, the Champions League resumes. So thank you for watching. Sorry if you found this one a little bit slower, a little bit more boring because I was simulating a lot. But trust me, this is about to get big. So do leave a like if you've enjoyed it. And I will see you in the next episode very soon.